Welcome into Weekend Recharge. I'm LaRosa.
And I'm Chris Warren in for Paul Goodlow today, and keeping a very close eye on Hurricane Matthew. Still a major storm, a Category 4. The East Coast in the U.S. still needs to keep a very close eye on this because there is the potential that this could impact the U.S. sometime next week.
A lot we know, a lot of questions. Yes. From freezing temperatures to those heat waves, we are going to see that sort of steady rise here, that fall warm up. So from highs into the 70s today and tomorrow in St. Louis, we're back up into the lower 80s Tuesday and Wednesday. And to put in perspective, those temperatures average this time of year right into the mid 70s. I was reading the Louisville forecast discussion out of the National Weather Service. They call this low pesky. I think everyone would agree. It's just kind of sitting there. It's hanging out. It's moving, but not a whole lot. So basically what that's doing is giving us that steady state kind of forecast, at least the next 24 to 36 hours. We need something to kind of nudge it out. So what we're dealing with, low cloudiness, cool temperatures, Kansas City into the 50s, Chicago near 60. We have some dense fog, so heads up, especially along the Ohio River. We get through the afternoon, and you can see the effect of the clouds and the showers, but that back edge right there, starting to see those temperatures recover a little bit more. Into the 70s. Now we get to tomorrow and we're pushing not only the 70s but some areas getting back up into the 80s. We're 75 in Kansas City by Monday, 79. You've got 69 in Chicago on Monday, even there seeing a little bit of a bounce up here by Tuesday. You see temperatures into the mid 70s. St. Louis looking at the lower 80s, Des Moines about 81 degrees, and we'll see a little bit of recovery in those morning temperatures too. So a true fall warm up.
Yeah, and you know what? Weather's relative, isn't it, Maria?
Yes.
Right? Some areas, 80s, it's like, wow, it's middle of summer.
Right.
Not the case.
To track Hurricane Matthew, we're reminded just how costly these storms can be sometimes. So we're going to really keep a very close eye on it, especially, you know, a lot of tourists, vacation plans. We want to make sure everybody is prepared. So let's get you the latest on Hurricane Matthew. We are going to see that turn to the north today. And if you've been following us tracking this system, that is really a huge piece to the puzzle. When and where it makes that turn. Expected to reach Jamaica by Monday, but we cannot rule out U.S. impacts. And we mean a wide range of impacts, from glancing blow to perhaps something a little more substantial. As we take a look at the current warnings and watches, we have tropical storm warnings posted for parts of Colombia and Venezuela. Those tropical storm watches up for Haiti. Hurricane watch for Jamaica now in effect. We got the current winds around the system. You can see on the outskirts, not too bad. This is a pretty tight system when it comes to how far out those hurricane force winds extend. We're not talking about a far-reaching system in that regard, but look at where the path takes it. Now, interesting and important note to make. You see the wide end of this forecast. This is based on history, not model uncertainty, and that is key because we continue to watch the model output. What this gives us an idea of potentially where that center may be going, and so you see by the end of that into next week how wide that is from Florida over into the Bahamas. But when we look at the hurricane force wind and the chances for that, you see that going through time here, we could see that begin towards Jamaica as we get in through tomorrow and Monday certainly. And shear, always an important factor. Right now, not too much where it is, the center, but starting to feel some of the effects with those thunderstorms shearing off as well. We'll talk more about this in much more detail coming up throughout the show. Chris? And you know, it was a wild week when you watch and you go,
yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Weekend Recharge. I'm LaRosa.
And I'm Chris Warren. We've already got a deadly Matthew in the Atlantic, and it has the potential to bring some devastating damage to Jamaica and other parts of the Caribbean.
Were you just updating your fantasy football?
It's too late for that.
Well, we've got your NFL game day forecast covered. We have some potentially weather-impacted tailgates and games, including Tampa tomorrow.
We'll see if Tampa can bring the lightning, because Mother Nature might.
I like what you did there. Against the Broncos, 3-0. Temps into the mid-80s, but yes, so showers and thunderstorms timing-wise could be right in time for kickoff at 4:30.
And Pittsburgh.
The Steelers.
This is the late game on Sunday, and it wouldn't be too bad. It's getting to the point where by the end of the game, you're like, yeah, it's football season. I can feel it.
Right? You feel it. You feel it. And if you can bring out all the fan gear, the scarves. Well, maybe not the scarves. That might be overdoing it. All right, Fox Foxborough. One more game without your Brady, right?
I believe so.
Okay. 3-0 Patriots against the Bills, and showers maybe as the game's beginning to wrap up.
That Bill Belichick.
I'll tell you what.
Oh my goodness.
Garoppolo.
You know what? If Bill's written a book, I want to know. That's a book I want to read.
Okay.
I don't know if he has, but I hope he does.
About football or just life?
What's going on in his mind?
Oh,
his
he'll
approach to the game,
never write
and that's
that book.
After he retires, hopefully.
I don't know him well, but I'm guessing he won't write that book. He likes to keep it secret. It's his method.
It's great.
All right, here it is.
That's my team.
Your Seahawks against the Jets. Jets, Jets. In East Rutherford, 1 o'clock. No surprise, we still have the clouds, but temps in the 60s. Again, good football watching weather.
Yeah, this is the best time, I think, for the NFL. And then, of course, October.
There you go. Got the Indians and the Tigers, mid-60s in Detroit. Again, sort of more of the same. What you see is what you get. Clouds around for first pitch today at 1:10 Eastern.
I bet you Detroit's a really fun place to go see a baseball game.
They're a great sports town. Those fans show up. All right, we're heading to the Ryder Cup in Minnesota. Sun and clouds, temps in the 70s. Minnesota.